Today, children, I'm going to show you how to make a game that will help you practice all your brilliant science knowledge and also hopefully have some fun with your families too. So you will need a piece of paper, a ruler, a pencil, some scissors, and possibly some felt tips or some pencil crayons to colour in afterwards. You might also need some glue. So first of all, I'm going to show you, I don't have a piece of paper that is white on both sides. I'm using some old scrap paper like we do in school, but I do want it to be white on both sides, but I don't have any. So I'm going to glue two pieces together and that will make the paper that is clean on both sides. So I'm just quickly going to glue that together there so I can show you. I thought it might be useful if that is the case at your house as well. So there we go. I've now got a piece of paper that's white on both sides. Now, just like we've practiced in school, we're going to fold this. So we're going to take our top two corners and fold it to the bottom two corners really carefully. And then from the middle, we're going to press down carefully so that we now have a fold. There's our piece of paper, look. Okay, we're going to do the same thing again. Take our top two corners here and fold them down to the bottom two corners. And do the same thing again. Press it down. So there we go, look. We've got another fold. And yes, we're going to do it once again. So top two corners, fold them down to the bottom two corners and squash it down really hard. It's quite thick by now. So this is about the size of those little booklets that we make in school. But I'm going to unfold this one. And you can see we have got, let's count in twos. 2, 4, 6, 8 rectangles. So I'm going to use the ruler now to draw a line on top of where the fold has been. Now, usually using a ruler is a year 2 thing, so this might be a bit tricky for you, but I'm going to tell you how to do it and you can have a go. So you need to line up the ruler along one of the folds and you need to press down hard on the ruler so it doesn't move around whilst you're pushing the pencil against it. So press the ruler down hard and then you're going to take your pencil and press it up hard against the edge of the ruler to draw your line. And you're going to do that on all of the lines, all of the folds that you created when you were folding your piece of paper. So there will be 3 short lines and then 1 long line that goes down the length of the paper. Now you probably won't be able to see very well, but on my piece of paper I've now got some lines just there. Then very carefully, you're going to get your scissors. Remember, when we're cutting, we need to have our thumb on the top and our other fingers in the hole at the bottom. So sometimes you might have small scissors, you might only be able to fit 1 or 2 fingers in the bottom bit. I've got a large pair of scissors, so I can nearly fit all of my fingers in. So very carefully match up the scissors with the line, open and squeeze, open and squeeze, open and squeeze, open and squeeze all the way down the line. And then you're going to do the same. So to cut the little rectangles up. Do you remember how many we said we had? 2, 4, 6, 8. That's right. We said we had 8 little rectangles and they're going to be your game cards. So there we are. I've now got a little pile of cards. So what we have to do now is using all that super knowledge that you might have looked at on BBC Bite Size or things we've learnt in school or other things you might have used Google to find out, or you might have some interesting books at home. You're going to use those to put some facts on to these cards. Now you can decide whether you write or you draw an animal on one side. So you can see here, I've just written the name of an animal on there. Here I have drawn a picture and coloured it in and written the name. And on this one, I have just drawn a picture. I haven't quite finished colouring him in yet. He's supposed to be a toad. He's supposed to look a bit dry and lumpy and bobbly. So that's what happens on one side of your card. On the other side of the card, you need to turn it over and you need to write 2 facts that you know or you have learnt about your animal. So on the back of this one, I am going to write, oh, I know. This one is, I know it's a fish, but I'm not going to give that as a clue because that might be too easy. I'm going to say it has gills. Gills. And I'm going to say another word that I learned watching the BBC Bite Size video, and actually we've talked about in school as well. An animal that hunts other animals to eat is called, do you remember? It is a predator. Okay. So now I've just got 3 cards here, but you'll do it with all 8 of them. So I need to take my cards and put them down with the questions, with your facts on the top, not the pictures or the animals. And then somebody is going to choose one. Here is one. So my question for you is, it lives in a pond or damp ditch. What could that be? Well, if it lives in a pond, it can't be a mammal because mammals can't breathe water. Can't be a bird because birds need to breathe air. It could be a fish, or it could be, what's that other thing that can live in water and breathe in water? It could be an amphibian. So either a fish or an amphibian. It lives in a pond or damp ditch. Well, a ditch wouldn't be completely covered with water, so I'm thinking it's an amphibian. Let me think. Oh, I think I know what it could be. Is it a newt? Yes, it is. It's a newt. So I get to keep that card because I guessed it correctly. And then somebody else has a turn to read the other clues on the cards. Okay. I hope you enjoy playing that game. Show me some photos on Seesaw. I would love to see you playing that game or see you making that game, or just telling me some super facts that you know about animals. Remember to use those words that we've learnt in school. Carnivore, omnivore, herbivore. That's to do with what an animal eats. We've talked about predators who hunt for food. And you learnt about all the animal groups, the reptiles, the amphibians, the fish, the birds and the mammals. So tell me lots of super facts that you know about your animals, or make a game to play with your family. Bye!